How cool couple was it? Hey. Hey, I'm Jack Gillett, Lex from Deadly Class, and you're watching Permanent Rain Press.
Hi everyone, it's Chloe with the Permanent Rain Press, and today I am happy to be joined by Jack Gillett. How's it going?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for joining me today. We have a lot to talk about. Let's start with some of your roots. You studied at the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. So what was the most valuable lesson you took away from your studies there?
Oh my word. Probably how not to go mad. No, it was a great place to go. It was a fantastic course. I was there for 4 years, and we got to do so many different things within that, be it acting, singing, dancing, stage combat as well, which I loved. So a lot of sword fighting. Yeah. It was interesting. I got my degree in sword fighting and running around like an idiot.
So that kind of translated because you have a background in theater, performing on the stage. I know you do improv here in Vancouver now. So what drew you towards this kind of art in particular?
I'd always done shows at high school. I was very lucky at the school that I went to that we had a big theatre there, and we did big productions of musicals with an orchestra and about 100 people in the cast, which was amazing. But I never really thought about doing acting as a career. I'd had my heart set on being a pilot, and my dad said to me in my last year, he said, "You'd probably make a better actor than you would pilot." I was like, "Oh, thanks, Dad." But he was right. I mean, I have all my life to try and be a pilot. I've only got now to try and be an actor. So I auditioned for drama school and got in, and then here I am.
So is the pilot still, you think, in the future, just on the back burner right now?
Yeah, just on the back. I still would love to fly. Like,
yeah.
I love being in control of a machine, be it a car or a tractor or a plane or a boat or whatever. There's something exciting about that. So I'd definitely love to get back into that. Yeah.
Well, hopefully acting works out. It seems to have been doing well so far with your first role, Deadly Class. You star as Lex. You have your King's Dominion sweater on right now. So tell me a bit about this character. How did you get into his mindset? He's a rat at King's Dominion, yeah. Anti-establishment.
Well, I mean, when I got the audition to begin with and saw that it was a rowdy British punk, I was like, I have to have this role. And then I read the comic books, and I just saw how much of a nasty piece of work he is, and I was just like, this is awesome. This is so much fun. And I mean, just sort of going back to a lot of the political views in drama school were very sort of anti-establishment and bring down the 1% and all of that. So I mean, there's a bit of that going on in my head. It was just sort of amping that up, and his humour and his energy as well is so much fun to just indulge into.
You did get a bit of a taste of that kind of character with Legends of Tomorrow as well. I was gonna say, they were really similar. I watched Legends first, and then after Deadly Class, you're like, not to say it's a typecast, but they were really similar. You got a taste, yeah.
Yeah, it was Declan in Legends of Tomorrow was fun. I mean, he was an English guy pretending to be Irish, which was hilarious. And I mean, it's always fun to play the punks. I never thought punks would be my niche, but. I guess I must have wanted to be a punk early on in life, but suppressed that impulse.
So with Lex, Rick Remender gave everyone playlists to kind of get into your role. What kind of songs or artists did you find on yours?
Oh, there was The Clash. I even pulled out... My dad listened to a lot of punk music in the 80s as well, 70s and 80s, so I listened to a lot of his stuff, like Stiff Little Fingers and a bunch of different ones. The Addicts. The Exploited, of course. The Exploited are Lex's favourite band. He's got the tattoo of them up his neck. So I listened to a bunch of them, but especially in my trailer before going on set, getting the costume on, getting the spiky hair and all the jewellery done, just getting punked up and moshing around my trailer like an idiot.
It worked really well. So we're going to talk about what went down in season 1 and the finale. So for those who haven't watched it yet, you have been pre-warned. So season 1, I really like that we got to see Lex's backstory. He had that little flashback, with his father and brothers and really the guilt that he carries. Yeah. How difficult was it for you to tap into those emotions, considering for the most part he does have a pretty brash exterior?
Yeah, I mean from the beginning I had sort of built Lex around that guilt and around that event. I had spoken to Rick before we started shooting, like how did he get here? How did he get to King's Dominion? And we sort of threw around some ideas, and so I knew that he had screwed up and done something wrong and had run away because of the shame to do with his father. So I'd sort of built him around that, and his insecurities to do with that lead him to be this sort of big bolshy bully on the outside, where he tries to make everyone else feel bad. And I love it because in King's Dominion, a lot of people put on this facade of, oh, like, I'll help you, I'll be your friend, when actually they're kind of horrible people, whereas Lex is, on the outside, quite a horrible person, but on the inside, he'd lend you a hand and he'd help out. He's actually quite a nice person, I think. He cares about his friends.
And when we saw that, in the season finale, obviously him stepping up and going with the group to Uckface Manor.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we do kind of see, we think we see Lex meet his end, and to those who read the comics, it's not surprising. But when you first read that script, how are you feeling?
Oh, I mean, from reading the comics, I knew that was always the outcome. That was what was going to happen. I'm like, oh, it's sad, but it's exciting. I mean, it's always fun to be shot on camera. Exactly. I remember doing stage combat. I was always like, oh, let me be the one that dies. Let me be the one that gets stabbed. I mean, it's fun to perform, and it works for the narrative. But I mean, in the comics, he gets shot through the face, and in the show, he gets shot through the chest.
Season 2 hasn't been announced yet. Crossing our fingers. I know the fans, the cast, creators are actively campaigning online, so Syfy, make it happen.
Please, Syfy,
How
make it
special would it be to come back and dive deeper into these stories?
Oh, it would be... I thought doing season 1 was a dream come true, but to be able to do that would be just otherworldly. It would be amazing. I'm not ready to give it up. I want to keep it. If he does go, then I'm gonna have to walk around as Lex on some days on my own.
The best part, though, with the show filming in BC is you've become so close with the cast and crew. And obviously, I think it's rare to have that representation. There are so many BC-based actors in this cast. So between yourself, Sean, Siobhan Taylor, Liam, Isaiah, Tom, you can really call anyone up and just hang out. So let's talk about that. What are some of your favorite moments from set?
Oh, my word. I think there's every day was a favorite moment. And because we've got such a strong BC cast in there, which is fantastic. It's just every day was exciting, and there was something new, and you get to live another part of this character's life in that world. It's very difficult to pick out a day that stood out above them all. But I mean, doing the threesome scene and doing all that episode and the backstory was a lot of fun to work with Taylor and Liam in that quite intimate setting.
Yeah.
It was just hilarious. It was so much fun. And the finale as well. All the crazy stuff that Marcus and Lex go through. Getting pulled down the corridor on my back as well, which was so much fun. I'd never done.
Hiding in the refrigerator.
Hiding in the refrigerator as well. That was very funny because Ben and I would crawl into the fridge, and it was so small. His face was like smushed up against mine like this, just sort of laughing.
And you're hearing like cameras rolling.
Yeah, cameras rolling. We're like, what? Can't hear out of the fridge. And we're pretty much hugging each other, and bust open and then roll over. Oh, it was a lot of fun. We got very close very quickly, especially after doing the pilot. We all became best friends.
Weren't there like Sunday Dungeons and Dragons with the guys? Yes. I saw on like Instagram story that happened like every week. So do you miss those moments?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, especially on the weekends. The guys get together and play Dungeons and Dragons, and Sean is our wonderful dungeon master and does and writes these incredible quests and stuff. So that was a lot of fun to do that. And we filmed them as well. So hopefully you guys will get to see them at some point.
Behind the scenes look.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's talk about music. You've sung in musicals. There was a video of you performing with the Blockwood Renegades at the Deadly Class rap party. So what kind of role does music play in your life?
Oh, I love it. I wish I could play an instrument, but I can't. But I sing, and I love to sing. You can put a song on, and I'm always singing along to everything in the car, and be it good or bad, it's sometimes mostly bad. But I'd love to get back into doing musicals and doing some more singing. Luckily with my girlfriend, she's incredibly musical, so hopefully we're going to record some songs as well.
Yeah, little collaboration.
Little collaboration as well.
So looking forward to that front. And then our signature question,
yes.
If you could be any ice cream flavor, which would you be and why?
What? Throwing me for a curveball here. Chocolate fudge brownie. Definitely. Just rich, deep chocolate. It's because I would eat myself then.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Jack, for taking the time to chat. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Make sure to watch Jack and Deadly Class on Syfy and Space Channel, and we will see you next time.